OK， 咁啊就同阿 KIT 練完一課啦，非常多謝 KIT，Thank you so much
No problem,
for
bro.
training.
This is my time to you put the pressure on me now.
Yeah. The first question is when and what makes you want to be a basketball trainer?
Well, I never see myself like a trainer or like a coach, but I just like to
Helping,
get the guys together,
yeah.
do something to get better. That's how I grew up. When I was 16, I got injured.
Yeah.
So I stopped basketball. I realized that I wouldn't be able to make it to the next level. So I almost stepped away from basketball. I did a regular job for like almost 2 years. And then when COVID happened, one of my teammate, Jericho, I don't know if I can say his name, but he hit me up like, hey, let's train like you, because he had an offer to play college in the Philippines. And then during COVID, there's nothing to do. Everything was closed. But in my area, in like Tuen Mun, we had a court, and he just asked me, hey, can we work out? I told him like, dude, I haven't been in basketball in so long. I'll try my best. During that 4 months, we was just there like 7 o'clock in the morning. We would be there all day. And then, because it was the only court that was open at the time, so a lot of people would go there. But there's some like D3, D2 players that would ask me to join my workouts. But I never see myself as a trainer. So all I did was gain my confidence by training a lot of people. I was training in Tuen Mun for like almost 5 months. Everything for free. I was in the gym. And then from there, like I met some people like D2, D3 guys. And then from there, I just make Instagram and then it kind of took over like from there. Yeah.
I see. As I know, you are a trainer for Nathan in England, Glenn and Shua. So what do you want to bring it to them?
So me, actually the first guy I've ever met is Nathan Yu.
Nathan.
He asked me is what I'm good at, what I can do. Well, my answer was completely different. I always think basketball, it's about like learning from other people. As soon as you think you know everything is the day you stop. So for me, when I'm like with Glenn, or like the high level players, I mean, yes, I want to challenge them, but also it's like me learning from them in a way. Like, okay, I ask them, okay, what do you see in this certain action or certain spots of the floor? When I first started, I had like a lot of like cool drills, like different now. But like as I become more and more, meet more people, I think it's just my job with the high level player is to have a relationship where we can be friends on and off the court. When the days that they don't want to be on the court, I can be like, hey, let's get in the gym. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I always say, basketball is simple. Like if you watch film, there's so much stuff that you can only do, right? So my goal for me with them is keep them sharp. So I'm really big on like shooting, touches, and pretty much, yeah, have them ready all year, get them ready whatever they need.
I see. So what is your training philosophy?
Like you said, right, some trainers, it's not as intense. So I always think like the trainer is like, it's just rinse and repeat. There's so many drills in the internet. You can do it yourself. It's just about finding the right trainer for what you like. Let's say some guys, they don't like doing too intense.
Yeah.
But some guys like intense. Like I keep it simple. I will watch their film and see what their team needs them to do, what certain action they come off with, and then kind of build the workout from there. But I'm really big on like keeping it very, very intense. And game is like you running down 5 times down and back the court, you don't get the ball. Come back, you got no legs, you're tired, you get the ball, and now you have to do that. So like my training is we do that as intense as we can. When you do that twice or 3 times in the game, it's like you've been there already. I really take pride on keeping my workouts very intense.
So as I heard Marco said, you really hate the zone defense in Hong Kong, right?
Yes.
So what is your opinion?
What makes me hate it is for the youth development, for like kids. It's really bad for the kids. Some kids that I know is like, they're like 6'3", 6'2" in high school, and they'll be in the paint for 6 years. Feet become slow, and let's say they go to a college, or let's say maybe outside of Hong Kong, and they have to play man-to-man defense. He's never get that his whole entire life to like, okay, I'm gonna guard this guy, I'm not gonna let him score on me, because you don't get that in zone. Well, that's defensive side of zone defense, and the mentality side of defense, of zone, but also thinking about it, offensively, in Hong Kong we don't have much players who's very crafty inside the paint. Like you see like Kyrie Irving, driving in, reading help side. We don't get that kind of players anymore, because zone defense, all you really gotta do is move the ball, find the gaps, and shoot threes. That's why I don't respect zone defense, especially like coaches who coach little kids. It's not like, okay, it's a good defense, like the other team can't score, they can't drive, right? Because it's so packed. But at the same time, they can't shoot. If you say it that way, sure. But long-term wise for the player, I don't think it's good. I trained some kids who would come here and they would go to like competition outside. Even me, a group of kids to Korea, and I was just like, I don't care if we lose. We're gonna play man-to-man defense. We're gonna learn how to help. When we got there, everybody was pressuring them full court. They're not used to it. They're not comfortable because they're so used to like, okay, I bring the ball down. There's no pressure half of the court. I can just walk down. The zone defense is just sitting down there. I'll just find gaps. But actually, once you get to college, it's a lot of press. Like guys picking you up full court. You gotta learn how to manage that pressure, right?
Yes.
And then we don't get that much, especially with the little kids. That's what I think. That's why I would appreciate if we could turn more into the side of the man-to-man defense of it, and let's teach kids the fundamentals of the game. I know man-to-man can be frustrating to teach, especially on the lower side of basketball, because it takes so much. Like, you gotta be in the right place at the right time. You gotta learn how to communicate with your team. You gotta understand help side. I mean, if you could spend 6 months of a year just teaching that, if you could teach them in one summer or like 1 year to kids, they could take that lesson for the rest of their life, other than just putting zone defense and then just kind of like, yeah.
咁我聽完阿 KIT 講啦，我自己就覺得其實好關係個 system 同埋香港個風氣事，因為一嚟你香港少練波，咁你要最有效嘅方法，咁就會係一啲鬆 defense，咁你就好快就見到效啦，可以用最短嘅時間就可以有成效咯，因為對手可能射得唔準，我即刻擺個鬆喺度，咁佢哋就射唔到啦。同埋就係你好習慣就想快啲睇到成績，就變咗會冇耐性去做一啲好基本嘅訓練。I say is the Hong Kong system because we have not much time to training, so they want to make or maybe song defense is easier
that makes
to
sense.
help
I never
them.
really think about it that way, but that actually makes sense.
You said that you don't care about win or lose, but in Hong Kong they really care about win and lose, so
like,
they will make it
in the high level,
easier
I guess,
to get.
but like if you think about it, the game nowadays is changing.
Yes.
No more much inside. Everything is outside.
Yeah.
So
you see the Boston stretch 5, yeah.
Like if you watch the interview with the Boston, right? They asked the coach, did you have any plays? Game 3, no. All they do is space out the floor, attack Luka because he's the worst on defense, kick it out and shoot, or like attack the closeout and finish.
That's
the game nowadays. Everybody want to shoot 3. So like if you play zone against a shooting team, I don't know.
Okay. 係啊，咁就係咁啦。So the last question is, what is your goal?
I want to have my own gym, where I could just have styles maybe. But I think the end goal is touch more people's lives. And let's say you and me build a connection. We can be friends in 2 years. You tell me you have a goal and I'll help you get your goal. You get into your goal and I feel like that makes me the happiest. Like if a kid that I train for like a few years, me and him have a goal of him wanting to go in a certain level. If he makes it to that goal, and I think that makes any trainer happy is the most. It's my goal is like meet as much people as I can and help as much as I can and help them go further in their career.
Thank you so much.
Anytime, bro.
For bringing us the training and the interview.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. And make sure let me split it in Cantonese.
Got it.
如果中意咧呢個系列咧，就記得 like、subscribe 同埋 share， 同埋記得 follow 阿 KIT 嘅 personal IG 同埋佢嘅 training 嘅 IG。
Thank you.
好 ，make sure like、subscribe and share。我哋下條片再見，拜拜。
咪走住，嚟緊4月中復活節期間，由2位嚟自台灣嘅職業訓練師主教嘅台式訓練班，而家開始接受報名啦！中意打籃球同想加強個人技術嘅你，千祈唔好錯過啦！